When a pet looks into your eyes, there's a fleeting instant, almost imperceptible, yet profoundly unsettling, as if something ancient is gazing back at you. It isn't instinct, it isn't training, it's recognition. It's as if they know you, at a level deeper than language or thought. Strange, isn't it? How an animal can sense sorrow long before you voice it. How they know when to approach and when to simply sit quietly beside you, as though they've known your essence longer than you've known your own name. Edgar Cayce once suggested something most of us aren't ready to comprehend. Animals are not beneath us. They walk alongside us, remembering us, journeying with us. And if you've ever loved a companion so deeply that their absence felt like losing a fragment of your own soul, stay with me. Because what Cayce revealed isn't just comforting. It hints at a reunion beyond what we imagined possible. Cayce described consciousness as a spectrum, not a ladder, with animals existing within what he called collective souls, shared fields of awareness linking them to each other, to nature, and to us in ways science cannot yet measure. But here's what he quietly revealed. Not all animals remain bound to this collective identity. Some advance toward individuality through devotion, love, and the silent, unspoken bond they forge with a human they have known before. According to Cayce, that loyalty is far deeper than simple affection. It is memory, a spiritual memory rooted in the earliest creation, a time before souls fragmented into forms. This is why certain animals enter your life and feel instantly familiar. Why they sense your emotions as if tied directly to your heartbeat. Why they choose you, wholly, without hesitation. It explains why losing them is like losing a lifetime companion, because, on a soul level, that is exactly what they are. And when you experience the strange certainty that your pet understands you in ways no human ever has, it is because they do. That connection is not temporary nor accidental. It is ancient, deliberate, and cyclical. Pets are not merely companions. They are spiritual partners, walking beside you through lifetimes. The more I studied Cayce's readings on reincarnation and the evolution of consciousness, the clearer it became that he did not confine the soul to human form. Across numerous trance sessions, he spoke of animals as conscious beings on their own paths, connected through collective awareness, guided by instinct, yet gradually developing individuality through love, loyalty, and shared experience with humans. And let me be clear, this is my interpretation of Cayce's work, drawn from his transcripts, studied slowly and allowed to unfold. The pattern is unmistakable. Cayce never diminished animals as lesser beings. He recognized them as fellow travelers, some already awakening into personal soul identity. If you have ever had a pet that seemed to understand your silence, that sensed your grief before a word escaped, that gazed at you with an almost uncanny recognition, then you have already experienced what Cayce described. You have felt the truth. Souls do not require human form to evolve, remember, or love. Once you grasp that truth, ordinary moments begin to reveal their hidden depth. The patterns are there in the quiet ways our pets reach toward us. Consider the woman whose dog perceived her sorrow before a single word was spoken. She had carefully constructed a life of composure, a mask concealing all vulnerability. Yet whenever her chest tightened, whenever that shield faltered, the dog would rise, cross the room, and rest its head on her lap, with a profound, ancient knowing. She told herself it was instinct, simply intuition. But when she discovered that Cayce taught animals perceive vibration rather than language, responding to the soul's frequency before behavior changes, it all clicked. It was not instinct. It was recognition, pure, spiritual recognition. Or the man who lost his cat, the companion who had weathered heartbreak, illness, and long years of rebuilding together. When the cat passed, he expected emptiness. Yet for weeks, he felt subtle signs of presence. The bed shifting at night, the gentle weight at his feet, a sense of familiarity curling quietly in the darkness. He dismissed it as grief or imagination. But Cayce described something far gentler, that animal souls linger in love, not confusion, that bonds do not sever at death, but transform, continuing softly. When he accepted this, grief became connection, absence became presence. Then there was the boy who met his family's new puppy and declared with unshakable certainty, he came back. Initially, it seemed like childlike fantasy, until the puppy began mirroring the behaviors of their old dog, sleeping in the same impossible spot behind the couch, responding to a name it had never been taught, nudging the boy's hand in the same comforting rhythm. Unexplainable, until Cayce's insight made sense. Some animal souls reincarnate into the same family, drawn by bonds left unfinished. Love doesn't end. It returns. And the same is true for you. These are not mere stories. They are mirrors of our own experience. Have you ever felt your pet understood something unsaid, perceived a connection older than this life? Perhaps your dog nudges you precisely when you need comfort, or your cat curls in your lap, reading your every thought. These are not coincidences. Cayce's perspective reveals that animals recognize souls, not faces. Their presence, their timing, their behavior. It is a language of recognition between consciousnesses. Your soul recalls them because they recall you. To organize this mystical understanding, consider what I call the three Cayce soul paths of animals. First, companion souls, animals that incarnate specifically to guide, comfort, and support humans, arriving exactly when their presence is most needed. Second, evolving souls, those who develop individuality through human connection, learning lessons of loyalty, empathy, and emotional resonance that shape their consciousness across lifetimes. Third, returning souls, those that reincarnate into the same family or bond, revisiting love unfinished in a prior life, creating continuity and reaffirming that love never truly ends. These patterns are no accident. They reflect group soul evolution, karmic resonance, and attunement to energy rather than language. When a pet recognizes you instantly, it is because their soul has remembered yours across time and circumstance, echoing the principles Cayce outlined. And here is the ultimate understanding. Your pet did not love you because it had to. It loved you because your souls recognized each other. That recognition shapes identity even for animals, and no bond this profound ends with death. Cayce's words remain clear. Every soul that loves, lives. Love is the thread weaving all consciousness together, human and animal alike. A bridge that death cannot sever. A truth that transforms grief into gratitude, presence into eternal remembrance. If this reflection has warmed your heart, honor it by sharing. Speak your pet's name aloud, acknowledging the soul you've shared your life with. Share this with someone missing their companion, so they too can feel reassurance that love transcends the physical. Each gesture becomes sacred, a tiny offering to the enduring bond between human and animal, a tribute to presence, memory, and connection. In this way, you participate in the love you celebrate. As you carry this with you, know that your pet's soul remains near, quietly connected, beyond sight and sound. Love bridges worlds. It allows recognition to repeat across lifetimes. Nothing loved is ever truly lost, and every bond leaves a lasting imprint. Carry this truth softly. Let it ease grief, expand your heart, and deepen your awareness of the invisible connections around you. This is Beyond the Twist, where the seen and unseen meet, and the ties of love endure beyond the boundaries of life itself.